If you're in your 50s or 60s and you're still paying your adult child's cell phone bill, keeping them on your car insurance, or quietly helping them chip away at their monthly student loans, I need you to hear this loud and clear. You are not a bad parent for stopping. You are actually doing the right thing. And I know that sounds cold. I know it's uncomfortable, but this is the video I wish someone had made for me sooner, because millions of Americans are approaching retirement with far less than they need, not because the stock market crashed or because they didn't work hard enough, but because they spent their retirement savings on their kids, month by month, year after year, with all the love in the world. And that love didn't save them. Hey, I'm Alice from Money Blueprint. Today we're talking about the topic no one wants to talk about, the oxygen mask rule of personal finance. Last week, I read a post on the r/personal finance subreddit that I haven't been able to stop thinking about. A woman calling herself retired or not _Sandra wrote, "I'm 71 years old. I'm working part-time at a movie theater 3 nights a week. My feet ache after every shift. I stand there selling popcorn while people 30 years younger than me go see movies. 6 years ago, my son needed a down payment for a house. I had enough in my 401k. I thought, this is an emergency. Just this once, I'll pull it out to help him. Now, my son has a house. He's happy. His family is fine. And I'm working at a movie theater to pay for my medication." Nobody left cruel comments. Everyone just said variations of one thing. "I'm terrified I'm going to be you in 10 years. I'm not sharing this story to scare you. I'm sharing it because Sandra wasn't careless. She wasn't bad with money. She was a mother who loved her son. And that love, without the right boundaries, became the worst financial decision of her life. Before we go any further, if you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s and you're financially supporting your kids in any way, I want to ask you honestly, are you doing it because you choose to or because you don't know how to stop? Drop a comment below. There's no right or wrong answer here. I'm asking because your answers will shape the future videos on this channel, and I read every single one. Now, let's look at the numbers, because this is the part most conversations about this topic avoid, but you deserve to hear the truth. According to Merrill Lynch and AgeWave, about 79% of U.S. parents provide some form of financial support to their adult children. The average amount? About $500 a month. That's $6,000 a year. Over 10 years, if that money had been invested in an index fund with an average 8% return instead of being transferred to your kids, that's over $93,000. That's not just a number on paper, that's $93,000 that could fund 2 to 3 years of your retirement. That's $93,000 that could stand between you and having to work at 71 like Sandra. And here's what makes me want to be as blunt as possible. You can borrow money to buy a house. You can borrow money to buy a car. You can borrow money for almost anything in life, but nobody will lend you money to retire. There is no loan program for retirement. No lender is going to say, "All right, let me fund your golden years." When retirement comes, whether you're ready or not, it's here. Your kids have the majority of their lives ahead of them to rebuild after a financial hit. You do not have that same runway. But here's the part I don't think enough people talk about. Why is stopping the financial support so hard? It's not because you're weak. It's not because you don't know any better. It's because it taps into one of the deepest needs of a parent, the need to see your child okay. There's a study from the Journal of Marriage and Family showing that parents actually report higher life satisfaction when their adult children are struggling, because then the parents feel useful, they feel needed. This isn't selfishness, this is biology. But it means that emotionally, financially supporting your child doesn't just help them, it helps you feel like a good parent. And when you stop, you aren't just stopping the financial support. You have to face the feeling that maybe you aren't good enough if you don't keep doing it. This is a very real psychological trap, and recognizing it doesn't make the feeling go away, but it helps you take action despite the feeling. So how do you actually stop, especially when you've been doing this for years and your kids have built their lifestyle around that support? Step 1. Audit the reality before you talk to anyone. Sit down by yourself and list every single thing you are paying for your adult children. Phone bills, car insurance, streaming subscriptions in your name, the money you give just to help out every month, any loans you've co-signed. Total that number up. Look at it. No judgment, just look. Then calculate what that number would turn into if invested in a Roth IRA or a 401k over the next 10 years. This exercise isn't meant to make you mad at your kids. It's meant to make the cost concrete instead of abstract. Because when we make emotional decisions, abstract numbers can't compete with real feelings. But $47,000 over 10 years, that is much more concrete. Step 2, build an exit strategy. Don't cut them off cold turkey. Cutting everything off immediately rarely works and usually damages the relationship. A much more practical approach is to set a timeline. If you're paying their phone bill, tell them, starting next January, I won't be paying this anymore. You have a year to set up your own plan. This isn't rejecting your child. This is giving them time to adjust. If you're giving them a monthly allowance, taper it off quarter by quarter instead of a sudden stop. Every 3 months, reduce it by 25%. In a year, you're at 0 and your child has had time to adapt instead of being shocked. Step 3, change your role from ATM to advisor. This is the part I think has the most long-term value, not just for your finances, but for your relationship with your child. Instead of handing them $500 when they hit a financial rough patch, ask, tell me what's going on with your finances. No judgment, just listen. Then help them see the real issue. Maybe it's a lack of an emergency fund. Maybe it's a lifestyle creep. Maybe they just don't know how to budget. When you give money, you're treating the symptom. When you help your child understand how money works, you're curing the cause. And that is a gift far more valuable than any sum you could transfer. Practically speaking, if your child needs $2,000, instead of just giving it to them, say, can I sit down with you and figure out how you can earn or save that $2,000? That might mean helping them negotiate their salary, helping them find side income, or helping them cut expenses they didn't even realize they had. Your time and your experience are worth more than your money. Give those instead. I want to add one more thing about this that I don't see enough people talking about. When you constantly financially support your adult children, you aren't just hurting your own future. You are also, albeit unintentionally, delaying their financial maturity. You are teaching them that when there's a financial problem, someone else will solve it for them. That sounds nice, and in the short term it is, but in the long run it makes them less capable of standing on their own 2 feet, not more. A 35-year-old who learns to handle financial difficulty is someone well prepared for the next 50 years. A 35-year-old who learns that financial hardship can be solved by calling mom or dad is not. Sometimes real love looks like letting them learn the hard lessons. Finally, let's talk about you. If you're in your 50s and you've been supporting your kids for years, where are you with your retirement right now? Not where you want to be. Where are you realistically right now? According to Vanguard's 2024 How America Saves report, the median 401k balance for people ages 55 to 64 is $87,571. Median, meaning half the people in that group have less than that. Financial planners generally say you need about 10 to 12 times your annual salary to retire comfortably. If you make $70,000 a year, that's $700,000 to $840,000. And the median for people in their last decade before retirement is $87,571. That gap is real, and every month you continue to prioritize your child's finances over your own retirement, that gap widens a little bit more. Catch-up contributions exist exactly for this moment. In 2026, if you're 50 or older, you can contribute up to $31,000 to a 401k, the $23,500 regular limit, plus a $7,500 catch-up. A Roth IRA allows another $8,000 with the catch-up. If you're between 60 and 63, there's a super catch-up that allows $34,750 into a 401k. These are opportunities designed exactly exactly for your situation, but you can only use them if that money isn't going to someone else. What I want you to take away from this video isn't a number or a rule, it's an image. On an airplane, they always say, put your own oxygen mask on first before helping the person next to you. Not because you're selfish, but because you can't help anyone if you've passed out. You can't be a resource for anyone if you are in a crisis yourself. Sandra didn't want to ruin her own future. She wanted to help her son, and those two things cannot always coexist. You love your kids, that's not the question. The question is, what does that love look like in a way that actually helps both of you in the long run? Sometimes the answer is giving money, sometimes the answer is giving time and guidance, and sometimes the answer is saying, I love you, and exactly for that reason, I need you to learn how to stand on your own, because I won't be here forever. Saying that is harder than transferring money, but that is what real love looks like. If this video spoke to something you've been feeling but nobody else has been saying, hit subscribe to Money Blueprint. I'm not doing this just to reach as many people as possible. I'm doing this because I want to create content that is genuinely helpful for people in the exact season of life you're in. Direct, real conversations with no sugarcoating. Every subscriber is someone adding to this community and helping videos like this continue to be made. We are building this together. And I will see you in the next video.